So the latest leaks and spoilers of Jujutsu Kaisen is finally here, and we start off with the chapter as we see that Higuruma is cursing himself because of the lack of experience in battle, while Kusasabe actually used a simple domain to protect them from Sukuna's slashes from the last chapter. And Higuruma, he's really pissed off of himself because of the fact of what the results of his domain expansion, because they were able to take away the curse technique from Sukuna's curse tools and not Sukuna's curse techniques through himself. So as of this time, Sukuna's curse technique is still alive and well. And as Sukuna, he starts to analyze the battlefield as he says that everyone base curse energy strengthened the technique, and Yuji basic training has improved remarkably. Although it's not as much as a domain amplification, Kusasabe managed to dilute Sukuna's curse technique and to mitigate the damages using a simple domain. Kusasabe, while cursing that he almost died, realized that it was all the slashes of Sukuna aren't the slashes that will cut the world. And you got to give props to Kusasabe because even though he is pissed off that he got hit with the slashes, he was able to weaken Sukuna's slashes because they're able to cut through anything, space, time, everything, and Kusasabe was able to actually weaken it. So while having a deep understanding about Sukuna's cleave and dismantle, Kusasabe wondered why didn't Sukuna goes on ahead and use his fire technique as he used on Shibuya, as is much as powerful and enough to actually execute or exercise Jogo. Kusasabe decided that it will be a waste of time to think about it, so just to think about Sukuna that he can't use it now. So at this moment, Higuruma apologized as he says though that he got the death penalty of Sukuna and confiscate the appeal only to the cursed tools. Kusasabe tries to encourage Higuruma by saying that they could end Sukuna while using the sword and he will protect Higuruma even if he has to die. You gotta be proud of Kusasabe because this man knows that Sukuna is a lot stronger and this man is ready for war. This man is ready to throw hands even though he knows that he doesn't have a chance. So Chozo goes on ahead and tries to attack Sukuna, but Sukuna was easily able to dodge the attack and he suddenly starts to beat up Chozo and hit Chozo with two of his hands, making Chozo coughing out blood. Then Ino actually used the dual blade of Nanami to actually try to land a hit against Sukuna, but Sukuna was able to block it, but he was able to praise the attack because it was a lot stronger than he suspected, so he intimately goes on ahead and kicked him away. Then we had Kusasabe and Yuji and Higuruma as they all join in to try to attack him, as Higuruma actually swing his executioner sword, but Sukuna was easily able to dodge all of their attacks and he was able to grab Higuruma and start to beat the hell out of him. So Sukuna tries to thrust away Higuruma through the rubble and move him towards him, and Yuji tries to keep up with Sukuna's speed as someone yells, "Don't leave Higuruma alone," behind him. Then Yuji tries to keep up but realize that Sukuna is so much faster, and it's really funny because of the fact that Sukuna is running towards Higuruma and Yuji is trying to catch him, and it's just a really funny scene if you guys see the leaks and the spoilers. So as of this moment, as Sukuna is approaching, he slashed the whole building that Higuruma is in. Then he used a small flashback to a sorcerer of having a discussion with Yuji when he said that he has a plan to save Megumi, as Yuji says that Higuruma's curse technique is effective for the idea of saving Megumi. So Higuruma explained the plan on whoever is cut by the executioner swords would die with no exception, but the subject of death is limited to the one who receives the death penalty. So Higuruma says that since they already have proven that Judgment Day can reconcile multiple souls in a person, if Sukuna received the death penalty, then they can cut and kill Sukuna, but still save Megami's souls without harming him. So Higuruma, he managed to survive the slashes as Sukuna realized that Higuruma is using domain amplification to actually dull his technique. So as the narration, they start to say that it has been less than 2 months since the awaken of a sorcerer. And with the abnormal rate, Sukuna is actually fascinated because of the growth rate of Higuruma. And so the narration continues as saying that Sukuna was fascinated by the instant kill sword, which was a brilliant limit light, once again comparing Higuruma to Gojo, as he is a grimstone to which is filled with talent. As we see that the sword, the executioner sword that Higuruma is holding, and we see a whole bunch of curse energy actually flowing around Higuruma, as he kind of looks beat up, but he still is willing to actually throw hands. And it's really, really cool and interesting to see. So it's just this chapter and these spoilers. That's all that we got from this latest chapter. So it looks like everyone is trying to jump on Sukuna, and the whole mission is to make sure that Sukuna doesn't really get that executioner sword, and to actually protect Higuruma, because he's actually a valuable asset that they cannot lose. So all of this is going down in these latest spoilers and leaks that is happening. Let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel about it. Really do feel bad for Chozo, and because they try to do something and they just got knocked the hell out, which was just very funny. But other than that, if you guys do like the video, hit the like and subscribe button, and remember, always be decent. This is the Monto Man, and hope you guys have a wonderful day and be safe out here. Peace.